Hey guys, Silver Shady here. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemonday. And, it is week 2 of Team Plasma Month, which means we are taking a look at Plasma Articuno. A little bit of backstory on this deck. When I first started getting back and actually playing competitively, which was right around when Plasma Storm first released, before I had just collected the cards for the most part, but the first deck I built was a Articuno Lugia deck. It wasn't anything to bring to a tournament or anything like that, I just had fun with it. But, so I figured for week 2 of Team Plasma Month, we'd take a look at something that's a little bit more of a tribute to that deck. So we're going to take a look at it real quick. This is our featured attacker, Articuno EX, a 170 HP Water-type Team Plasma attacker. 1-star retreat cost, resistance to fighting -20, and a weakness to metal ×2. For 1 water and 2 colorless energies, we have Blizzard doing 60 damage, and this attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon, but you don't apply weakness or resistance for benched Pokemon. So not too shabby. Its second attack is what makes it actually good. For 2 water and 2 colorless, it does Frost Prison for 80. And if this Pokemon has any Plasma Energy attached to it, the defending Pokemon is now paralyzed. No coin flip, just Auto Paralysis if you have a Plasma. Now, Auto Paralysis is always very, very strong in the games, and it sucks to go against. To kind of help keep our 170 HP basic on the field longer, we run a 3/3 line of Umbreon. Umbreon, having 100 HP, being a Team Plasma Pokemon, has an ability, Dark Shade. Each of your Team Plasma Pokemon in play gets plus 20 HP. So, yeah, with all 3 of these out, our Articuno is already at 230 baseline HP, which is ridiculous. And then we run 2 copies of Shaman for draw power. Going into our supporters, we run 3 copies of Professor Sycamore, 3 copies of N, 2 copies of Lysander, we have 1 copy of Colrus, 1 copy of Hex Maniac, and 1 copy of Professor Kukui. Still don't know how to pronounce his fucking name, but pretty basic supporter layout. For our items, we have 3 Ultra Balls, 4 Versus Seekers, 3 copies of Colrus Machine. Colrus Machine is a pretty damn powerful card that was released in Plasma Storm. You may search your deck for a Plasma Energy card and attach it to one of your Team Plasma Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. With this, you can get 3 energies attached in a single turn. So it does make it very powerful. We run 1 copy of Computer Search as our ace spec of choice. We run 4 copies of Max Elixir, 1 copy of Special Charge to help shuffle our Plasma Energies back into our deck, should they get discarded, 1 copy of Startling Megaphone. Most times this is for Garbodor, but it can be for other reasons as well. And then we also run 2 copies of Fighting Fury Belt and 2 copies of Floatstone. And then to round out our list, we run 4 copies of Plasma Energy and 10 basic Water Energy to work with our Max Elixirs. So, that's the deck. We're going to take it into a couple of games here and show you what it can do. Okay, so it looks like we're going up against a Water Fire Psychic Colorless, so probably Volcanion, I would imagine. That would be at least my best guess. Which Volcanion actually is a pretty decent matchup for us, seeing as we hit for weakness. We see a Mega Gyarados coin. That's interesting. Alright, so we won the coin flip. We will choose to go first. Alright, and we actually start out with a pretty decent hand, actually. Okay. Alright. We don't have any of the basics to lay down, so that's fine. Okay, we are seeing the Volcanion. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and attach a Water Energy here. And on this one, we are gonna actually use the Chorus machine here. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and pass the turn to our opponent. There's no point in really playing too much, seeing as our opponent is just gonna most likely end us away anyway, or even get rid of some of our energies. Yep, end us. Yep. Can't say I did not see that coming. Wish I could, but I can't. Now, if we can hit a Chorus machine and a water energy off this... Okay, so we hit the Chorus machine at least. That's at least a start. Okay, they drop a Volcanion onto their bench. Okay. Have anything else to follow that up with, or...? Okay, so they passed the turn to us. Alright, so we can actually get a damn good hit on this. So we're going to go ahead and play the Chorus machine, get another Plasma Energy onto our Articuno over here. We're going to drop the EV down, drop our Float Stone. We're going to go ahead and end, I think. I don't usually like ending our opponent up on cards, but this time we'll make an exception. Okay, so we're going to play Articuno onto the bench. We're going to play our Frozen City. And just in case of Delinquent, we are going to actually hold on to the rest of this. Also, can't believe I forgot to mention this, but our Stadium of Choice, which I believe we run 3 copies of, is going to be Frozen City. Whenever any player attaches an energy from his or her hand to one of his or her Pokemon, excluding Team Plasma Pokemon, they put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So, very powerful card. We're going to go ahead and Frost Prison. That's going to paralyze our opponent and deal 160 damage. Which is just an absurd amount. Now, if our opponent has a switch, that they should be able to get out of that just fine, but if they don't... And there's the scoop. Alright, so we're going to go on to our second game here. Yes, it is 3 copies of Frozen City, by the way. I do apologize for missing that. Fighting Grass. Nice deck box, though. And sleeves. Alright. Okay, we lost the coin flip. Kangaskhan Kid 90. Alright. Ugh. Lone Shaman start. Yuck. Okay. Lily, Nestball, Lysander, Poison, Barb, Trainer's Mouth, Toxicroak. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yes, we will draw a card off that. Very nice. We actually have something we can use. Okay, so he flips over a Krogunk and a Krogunk. Alright. The good news is we have the Startling Megaphone in hand if he does decide to attach his Poison Barbs right away. Which I would imagine he's going to. In fact, I hope he does. Okay, so we got a Strong Energy, Max Elixir, which fails. Alright, we're going to see a Sycamore, 2 Fightings, and a Big Malasada. Okay. Regirock, we're going to hit Trainer's Mail to get the N. Okay, I'm not going to be able to play that. Hit the Level Ball. Alright. Alright, and that's a pass of the turn. attach Floatstone and the Fighting Fury Belt. We're going to go ahead and use our Chorus machine here. Now the unfortunate part about this is he is still going to be able to have his Poison Barbs on, but seeing as he's already going to have Ariados on the field anyway, not really as concerned about it as I could have been. I'm going to go ahead and drop down the EV. I'm going to play the Ultra Ball here. Get rid of a Water and a Plasma. Go ahead and grab another Shaman. Play the Articuno onto the bench. And our Shaman EX. We will draw. Very slowly, but we will draw. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and actually play the Max Elixir first. And we do hit the Water Energy, which is actually pretty important. Okay. I'm going to hang on to that Chorus machine for right now. And we're going to go ahead and Blizzard our opponent. That'll do a knockout and 10 damage to the bench. We're going to go ahead and take a prize card off that. Okay. Okay, Safeguard Carbink comes down. Scorched Earth, Trainer's Mail. Okay, we see a full heal. Alright, I would imagine that's for the Poisonous Nest he's about to do. Okay. Yep. Interesting choice. I mean, me personally, I probably would have actually chosen Sparkling Robe, seeing as this is expanded. But, I mean, that's just me. Or he's going to pass the turn, which tells me he really doesn't have anything to follow that up with. Alright, what do we have? Okay. We're going to go ahead and Chorus machine here. And we're actually going to whiff it. So that is pretty valuable information to keep in mind. Okay. Trying to decide what I want to do here. There are a couple of different options I have, but I think the best option is going to be N, unfortunately. Keep coming back to that, unfortunately. Okay, so now we should have the Plasma Energy in deck. Just to make sure. Go ahead and put that one back that we had to discard earlier. I'm going to go ahead and Chorus machine. And we'll actually put that over here, I think. And we're actually going to lock him down by using Frost Prison. If he doesn't have a full heal, we should be okay. Okay, so another energy on the Regirock. Another Croagunk comes down. Lily. Okay. getting that Regirock pumped up for some reason. Kind of interested to see what that's all about. Okay. We're going to go ahead and play the Water Energy onto our benched Articuno here. Go ahead and play the Sycamore. Okay. Don't really hit a whole lot, but we do hit the Max Elixir. That's going to go ahead and place that energy there. I'm going to drop a Float Stone onto our Shaman. And we're just going to lock him down to Frost Prison again. I think that's our best bet. Next turn we'll be able to actually use Colress, which should get us a decent number of cards. Okay. Does he have a fighting energy to go along with that? Okay. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and Colress here. There we go. Okay, Frozen City comes in. We have Hex Maniac now. So we're going to go ahead and Frost Prison again. Try to keep him paralyzed as much as possible here. Oddly enough, we have only seen one Umbreon all game, so I'm starting to wonder if we prize the other two. Okay, Carbink gets 20 damage on it. Okay, Lysander. Bring out the Eevee. Okay. That actually is fine, buddy, because I'm actually going to attach this here. Yes, we are actually going to search our deck for a card that evolves from Eevee. Okay, so we do have the other two. We've just had stupidly bad luck. Now, we're going to go ahead and Lysander and bring your Ariados up here, because he is dying this turn. Well, next turn, I should say. Okay. I kind of forgot that this Eevee has a 2 retreat cost, whereas the Furious Fist one only has a 1. So, a bit of a misplay on my part on that one. Okay, so we're up to 30 damage. Okay, so we hit the Umbreon, that's good. Now the Umbreon only has a 1 retreat cost. There we go. We're going to go ahead and retreat into that. Alright, and we are now... We're going to save our Hex Maniac, because we're going to need it to take down that Carbink. So we're going to go ahead and Blizzard here for our opponent. Rack up some damage on the bench. The Carbink I'm not worried about not hitting the actual damage on. And that Carbink, just as I thought, is going to be the first one right up front. Because that Carbink right now is sitting at 70 HP. Okay. So 50 damage on that. Go ahead and play our Umbreon here. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to actually just, I think, attach a basic water energy here. This will allow us to retreat next turn, but we're going to Hex Maniac to enable us to hit that. And we're just going to straight up Frost Prison him for a knockout. to get that damn Carbank off the bench. Okay, so we hit another Frozen City, which will help us down the road. And we have 3 Versus Seekers sitting in our hands, so as long as our opponent doesn't N us, we have 3 more Hex Maniacs available to us. Okay, and we see the Regirock come up. Now, the only problem you got to be careful of with the Hex Maniac is it does shut down your Umbreon's abilities, which is kind of unfortunate, but it also means that he can't poison us. So that is good. He only has 70 HP on that. Okay, he's going to grab another Carbank. I wonder if he's going to retreat this as a hard retreat. And that would hurt, but... Alright, Bedrock Press hits us for 80. Which is fine, but... Okay, we will actually be able to retreat here into our other Articuno. We're going to go ahead... I believe we have... Before I go ahead and do that, I just want to make sure. Yes, we do have the Lysander in here. So we're going to go ahead and drop the Lysander. Drag that Ariados up here. And we'll be able to actually do a Blizzard for a knockout here. And add some more damage onto that bench. And the more damage we get on the bench, the easier it will be to knock stuff out. Now, next time we are going to be able... And we pull another Versus Seeker, which just puts us right back at our standard 3 here. Now, assuming he doesn't take this back, we should be able to get a couple of good licks on this. This little Regirock here. So he hits us for 80. Nothing I'm terribly worried about, because we are just going to be going ahead and paralyzing him this turn. So we are going to play down our Frozen City. Okay. There's nothing I really need to do right now. His attacks... Our damage was reduced by 20. So if we did a full 90, and then a 70... Still be a knockout. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that as is. We are going to Frost Prison here for 70. And paralyze him. Which is going to lock him into the active. Now, if he has a Fighting Fury Belt, that's going to be one thing, but if he doesn't, we should have game here. And he scoops. Okay. Okay, guys, well, that was my Plasma Articuno deck. Normally I would do one more match with this, but I do have another deck list I'm going to be posting. You'll probably see it in a couple hours, actually. It'll probably be uploaded. So I am a bit crunched on time today, but either way, week 2 of Plasma Month. Also, if you are looking for the code card, it will be on the second video for today for this week. So, anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.